Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. It is another edition of the Wednesday show, and today we're going to be talking about an article that a couple different people sent me, and that is Windows going to go as a desktop as a service? DAAS is what you might have seen in the news in the last couple of days. There have been a lot of articles coming out, and we're going to be examining this. Is this true? Is it not? Is it absolutely going to happen? Is it, what's going on? And so we want to go ahead and have a look at where these articles come from and all this. So before we do that, let's go ahead and jump on over to the comments. So, greetings! A lot of people here considering the stream starts in about an hour and 30 minutes. Yes, I do post them out a little earlier. Isaiah Briggs, how's it going there? Why do I live stream when you work? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, because I found out when your boss's schedule is, and I decided to schedule all my live streams for the times that you work, and it's to test your dedication to your job, because we're watching you. 81 minutes for Lamarck. Greetings. Alex, greetings. Meow. JJ Game, greetings. How's it going there? I think the two people that I know of that sent me articles, I think were World of Linux, and I think Paper Bagman also sent me one. I found World of Linux's comment, but I thought someone else sent me one as well. I don't know. Q1 Fiend, how's it going there? 4 hours? Not 4, I don't know. Got pizza for dinner for the stream. Very good, Kyrie Holmes. Hello there, Analog. How's it going there? And Hoisting. Greetings. Paper Bag Man, glad you're covering this. Originally saw the article from Computer World, tried linking it to one of his videos and asked him to cover it, but YouTube automatically deleted the comment because of the link. I saw the link. And I was looking for it again today, so yeah, YouTube's doing weird stuff. I don't know, crazy. I did read the link. I think I commented on the link, and then I couldn't find the link again. And so, yeah, I thought you were the one of ones. I found World of Linux's link to it today as well. So, no, it's deleted. I looked for it several times today. I could not find it. But yes, I saw the link. Fast Gadgets covered this as well today, and hopefully some other people do. If Microsoft switches to DOS, I'm putting Linux on my main rig. Deal with the gaming issue. Alright, William, how's it going there? Windows as a spyware service. That already has happened. Gaming on Linux is fine. It depends on which titles you want to play, I guess. Secretly hope MS does this. That would mean more people migrating to Linux, to be completely honest. Sad truth is subscriptions make a ton of money because people can't do simple math. And that's the thing. Like, I did a tinfoil hat time a while back. Called Subscribing to Bankruptcy. Let me see if I can find that. Okay. Well, let me go there. And then we'll go to Search my videos, and let's do that. There we are. This was tinfoil hat time number 7. Tinfoil hat time number 7. And it is called Subscribing to Bankruptcy, about all of these subscription services. All right. Live Ubuntu and love to have it on the main rig. Yep. Okay. True, they don't realize how much monthly or even annual payments add up over time. And the thing is that the big companies are starting to make too much money doing that. And the people who are either just trying to get started or, you know, I mean, yeah, you realize that, like, as a small business owner, I'm slightly less impacted by having to pay monthly for Photoshop, but not a lot less. Okay, the difference is if I'm just an personal individual at home, whatever I'm paying for that subscription, is take Adobe services. Suppose I just need Photoshop and I'm paying $20 a month. If I am just an individual person, I pay my taxes and then I pay that $20. As a small business, I can take that $20 out before I pay taxes. But still, I mean, just because you can write things off on your business doesn't mean you have infinite money to do that. You have to have money there to write the money off. I mean, hello. Let's see. I don't realize how much monthly. Let's see. Created a snap version of Windows Steam for Linux. That's cool. Mint Man, I've heard bad things about Ubuntu. I prefer Mint personally. I'm using Linux Mint to do all this stuff. Windows 10 on the main gaming rig and Mint on the laptop. Love them both. Okay, finally removed Windows from my life. Okay, Arco is running great on my hopping system, other than hoop jumping to get the stream running, right? Okay, I'm buying a Nexus 6P this Friday. Very good. I hope you buy it unlocked and wipe Google off it and put something good on it. Need to purge Google from mine. Yep. Very good. Very good. Alright. Many are getting boot loop problems now. Okay, just got Google Nexus 6P boot loop, and you'll see a lot of people having a problem. Yeah, what I found, if I got the boot loop once on the Nexus, just shutting it down, interrupting it by pulling the down arrow when it boots up, reboot from there, and it seems to work fine. That's what I did. Okay, verification issues cause boot loops on Verizon model phones. That's why you get them unlocked. See, this is something a lot of people don't realize, is that you're like, oh, I want to get a Nexus 6P so that I can root it or put Lineage or whatever else on it. The problem is if you buy that from the carrier locks things down and does extra crap to them that never makes them the same. So you want to buy your phones directly from the manufacturer. Motorola, for example, buy it from AT&T, you cannot unlock it. Buy it from Motorola, you can. Verizon does some similar things. Let's see, happening on all of them. Mine is carrier free and it boot looped. Okay. So, yeah, maybe Google wanting it to break. I don't know. Can't afford the high-end phone. Yep. Nexus 5X is good. I have a Nexus 5X. Absolutely love it. Seems to be good. Perfect timing. That's right. Q1 Fiend says, hi, CJ. Hi, Q1 Fiend. How are you? Okay. I have a Linux Mint and Ubuntu Mate and a VirtualBox. Very good. And hello, Noah. How's it going there, man? Libre Secure, greetings. Okay, wrong headphones. No wonder he has no sound. I think I have sound. I'm not seeing a lot of people saying no sound, but I'm not to the bottom of the comments yet. Can't blame him for not wanting to spend that much. Windows is already a service. Yeah, the difference is are they going to charge for it? And hello, Carbon Programmer. Librem 5 will probably be cool as heck, though. Windows as a service, are you serious? We're going to get into that. Greetings, Keegan. How's it going there? Managed to make it for once. Very good. Nick Codginson, good morning from you. Hello, Daniel. I hope you're feeling better now. Pizza, pizza. How's it going there? Everyone say pizza, pizza. We were talking about it on a stream, and everyone started spamming pizza, pizza. So we got to do that. Paper Bag Man, greetings. Dubahana, let's see. Oh, your stream was 5 hours. Wow. It's the best OS for smartphones. I personally am using Lineage. It has a lot of features that makes it. There's a domain, working with DIY.com. Yep, no problem. Yep, you can now go to pizzalovingnerd.com and that'll redirect you over to his site. And pizzalovingnerd.com/support to go to his support site. Those are the other pages that I have redirecting right now. Okay, Noodles, you did not miss anything. We just started. I am just reading through the comments. We will be getting to the Windows articles in a few minutes here, as soon as I get to the bottom of the comment feeds. Alright, Microsoft Azure is the Linux thing based on embedded chip stuff, and it's a service, so why not? Yep. Dominique, greetings. Nice to be able to catch a live stream. Well, I'm glad you were able to catch the live stream. Remember how Visual Studio required a Microsoft account to continue using their service even on the Community Edition. Yep. Red Hut, hello there. Are you related to Pizza Hut? Pizza. On mobile, for some reason, it doesn't show the chat, so I had to jump on the PC. Yeah, that's weird. Rise of the Tomb Raider, best Linux game out there. Got 3 frames per second less on Linux than Vulkan with Windows on Direct 12. Huh. The restrictions on how big your projects were, on how the projects were merged. Hey, Tom. Hey, Cat.
Hi, Noodles. How are you?
Alright, editions of Windows had more features than others. The S version is locked up version. Pizza. Okay, for Windows 10s or editions that restrict your use control, it's easy to unlock load from Samsung phone. Very good. What do you think of coming soon website for TermGet? I will have a look at it later. You'll have to shoot it to me a place that's not in the middle of the chat. I'll have a look at it. Or if you put it after we get to the articles, throw it in there again, and I'll see if I can have a look at it before we close up. So, all right. So what's going on here? Well, what happened is all of this. There's been this big thing about Windows going as a paid subscription service for quite a while now. It's been a common recurring theme ever since Windows 10, and frankly, it almost makes a lot of sense because Windows 10 itself is now software as a service. It's the difference is that you pay for it once for the license fee, whether that's bundled with your new computer or whether that is a license that you buy. You buy it once, you have it, and that's fine. And if they say it's that model, that's fine. Now, some people say, hey, if you give it to me for free, you can do all the spying as you want, but since I've paid for it, then I shouldn't have to have all this data collection on me. And so that certainly is a view. But then we have to take it a step further now and ask what would happen to Windows if they went with an entire subscription model. You have to keep paying for Windows, but in exchange you get a system that is perpetually up to date. You know, kind of like they force it onto you now. The difference is nobody wants it. A lot of people are so annoyed by it. Of course, we covered in the news on Friday how they were doing the a machine learning AI in the next version of Windows to better interpret when to reboot the computer to install updates. Well, what this is about is Windows going to go to a model that is completely as a service only. And as a service only, you will have you will not have the ability to turn anything off at all. So let's go ahead and have a look at what's going on here. So the article here is an opinion. Note this is an opinion piece from Computer World, and the other places I've seen covering this didn't catch some of the little nuances going on. Where did this opinion come from? So he has this nice clickbaity title. This was great for views, I promise. It's going to be great for my views. It's great for his views. He says, with DAS, that's Desktop as a Service, DAAS is Desktop as a Service, Windows coming, say goodbye to your PC as you know it. How much are you going to like having Microsoft in charge of your desktop? So, again, this rumor's been spreading around for a couple of years. Microsoft rather, has generally denied this. So let's go ahead and read through some of this. So this isn't about Microsoft forcing us off Windows 7 to 10 as fast as it can, though it has found some ways to push that agenda. This is about Microsoft abandoning the Windows platform as a conventional desktop. They are getting ready to replace Windows 10 with Microsoft Managed Desktop. Okay, this will be a desktop as a service offering. Instead of owning Windows, you will rent it by the month. Okay, so this is the next article we're going to look at, which is from ZDNet. Okay, so DAS, I'll just call it DAS, Desktop as a Service, or maybe it's DOS. Ice cream, Haagen-Dazs. Anyway, let's call it DOS. I think DOS is better, not DOS, but DAAS. So DOS for Windows isn't new. Citrix and VMware have been living from it for years. Microsoft has offered remote desktop services, formerly terminal services, for ages. Microsoft Managed Desktop is a new take. It avoids the latency problem of the older Windows DOS offerings by keeping the bulk of the operating system on your PC. But you will no longer be in charge of your Windows PC. Instead, it will be automatically provisioned and patched for you by Microsoft. Maybe you'll be okay with that. Well, what's the difference? Unless you've been under a rock, you know IT departments have not been happy about Microsoft's twice yearly upgrades to Windows 10. Let's call it, these aren't upgrades or updates since they're patches or service patches, SPs. Okay, so let me find the one spot this came from. All right, it might have come from the other one. So anyway, what he's saying is that Windows as we know it is going to go away. You're going to be replaced with this desktop as a service model. You're going to be charged a monthly fee. I think that this guy was standing too close to a cliff and just rolled on down, because I don't really see all this, because I don't know. Let's have a look at ZDNet. So their article is Microsoft's got a new plan for managing Windows 10 devices for a monthly fee. All right, so in 2005, they conducted a trial which it managed Windows PCs and servers for Energizer Holdings. Company quietly began selling its managed services, offering enterprises more than 5,000 seats before ultimately turning the service into, you guessed it, Office 365. Which, by the way, if you've not been over there, I think this is worth a look real quick. So if I wanted to go, and this is, Microsoft's had this branding problem for a long time, or maybe it's just pure genius, where they'll have different services and they give them the same name. Okay, circa Windows 8, Internet Explorer was the name of the app that eventually became Edge. And it was the name of the application, the program, the difference between the app and the program, also called Internet Explorer, which still exists on, living on today as a zombie well beyond the grave because government contracts still need it to function. Okay. So with that, they have Outlook, which is both an online email service and an actual email client. A client and a server are two separate things. Microsoft, why'd you call them the same? Well, they've been doing this similar thing with Office, where now if I want to buy Office, I pretty much, I can eventually hunt and find some of these, but pretty much anytime I want to download an Office time, this is a one-time purchase. But anytime you are finding anything to Office, pretty much as much of it as it possibly can redirects you to go back to Office 365. This is actually the easiest I've found it. This is kind of a bad example. But notice that they're doing Office 365, pushing that. In addition to things, of course, here's the Windows license, I guess is $139. But most places, when you're getting online and doing any searches at all for this, Kitty, please don't step on my keyboard. Thank you. Anytime you're doing any searches for this, it keeps on redirecting you back. If you're wanting to get Microsoft Word, for example. So if you want to do a search for Microsoft Word, this is a bad example. I was trying to do this the other day. Oh, there it is. Okay, it says redirecting you to Office 365. Everything's trying to get you onto Office 365. And that's kind of what they're doing, is they're trying to push people to the subscription plan because they're going to make more money in the long run. Adobe did the same thing. Okay, with the Adobe products, in fact, let's go ahead and look up what the current price of Adobe products are. So the Adobe products over here. Hey, cat. Pardon me. I have to stop the cat what he's doing. My apologies. I am, I have a box of kind of important stuff out on the floor, and the cat's like, I kind of want to get into there, but I had no other place to put it. So I had to scare the cat away and move the box off the floor. So, all right. Anyway, going back to Adobe, and with Adobe, what they want move to is a model where there's individuals, there's students. Let's see. View all plans and prices. So you used to be able to buy this. Now everything is per month. So I can buy simply Photoshop for $10 a month. I can buy any other single app for $20 a month. I'm not sure if that Photoshop is. I think the Photoshop is a lightened one. It's Photoshop CC. You can buy all apps, $52 a month. Of course, that's paid. That's annual paid. Monthly. A monthly plan is $80, or an annual plan prepaid is $600 a year. Now, here is why this is significant. We have this balance between supporting a company and individuals have got to live and eat. I am a web developer and I own the license of CS4, which I bought 8 years ago, right the day CS5 came out. I saw it came out. I knew I wanted it, so I jumped on. I got one of the last copies of CS4 that Amazon had. I paid $1,000 for it, one time in 2010. Since then, I've not had to pay for that service. Now they're trying to change this, so I'm now paying $600 a year for the rest of my life. So $600 a year for 8 years is, what is that, 6 times 8? That's $4,800 I would have paid over the course of the 8 years. Guys, my revenue as a small business person cannot afford $600 a year for critical software. So it's good that I'm in the open source world, because Photoshop and Inkscape and Bluefish and a variety of other things can replace all those services for me already. Okay, and it's critical. It's critical that we learn that we can't do this. Like the poor startup, gaming companies. Oh, they're just totally screwed up, because if you want to use 3ds Max, I think it's $185 a month. A startup gaming company can't do that. You just don't have the ability. All right, let me see. I don't come to this site. That's Auto. Oh, I typed AutoCAD. I want Autodesk. I think it's just technically the same company, but what I want is 3ds Max. Okay. So 3ds Max, which is essentially required by gaming companies. Of course, you can do this stuff with Blender as well. So here you have $1,500 a year, $2,000. Let's see. That's just per year. No, I don't want to choose that plan. We were going to back up. I think the monthly is $185. I don't know, whatever that is. This is too much to ask a small business or a startup business or a person who tinkers with this stuff to do. So how does this go back to Windows? Well, it goes back to Windows because if Windows starts to do this, then what's going to happen is people are going to be more and more hurting. We, at least here in America, we are hurting financially. We are hit from every end with required health insurance that the companies set the prices. Required, like, I only have one option for my ISP, and it's insanely expensive for a crappy service, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, we're always being pushed for services like Netflix and like Prime and all these other things that you're probably wiser to avoid. We are being cut to death by 1,000 little cuts. And if their main operating system that nearly everybody uses, this is like the evil plan of taking over the world. Let's get everybody absolutely committed to our desktop and then just jack up the price on everybody so that instead of paying $115 for the life of your computer, which hopefully will last a few years, I mean, I'm going around 8 years on that Windows computer I still have, they're not making a lot. So they just jack it on up. So every single month I'm paying $10 a month or whatever, or $100 a year. They're milking us. The big corporations are simply milking us. We are nothing more than the batteries in the matrix. We are just there as units of profit. Every individual is seen by these companies as a unit of profit. How many units of profit, how many widgets can we plug in and extract? And it keeps going until we completely fall out and are done. That's why I use free software, people. But let's go back to this Windows article. Okay, he says, looks like Redmond's trying an updated variant of this strategy. Microsoft's getting closer, revealing its plan for what it's currently calling the Microsoft Managed Desktop in some recent job postings. Okay, so, what's this article about? He seems to base a lot on this little thing. So, basically, this guy is extrapolating this entire thing's happening by looking at a couple of job posts. Okay, now we have gotten to the point where, like, okay, this is how rumors start. So apparently there is a job posting somewhere for a Microsoft 365 Managed Desktop as a new per-user subscription service that enables customers with devices that can take advantage of the latest productivity tools and technologies. Device as a service is what they're saying. The other guy turned it around to say desktop as a service. In a secure, monitored, ooh, that's a fun word, and supported IT environment. IT as a service. Okay, so the posting goes on. For those who are hired for this role will use their learnings to, quote, influence the go-to-market strategy of this new and exciting service. So indicating it's a new service, it's based on Office 365, it's based on a managed desktop. Up until now, Microsoft typically relied on managed service providers for the functionality and washed their hands of digging this deep into providing remote support. If this pilot program does make its way to general availability, I'd expect many of the company's MSPs to be less than pleased by this new offering from Microsoft. Pricing will also be a key aspect as well. So basically this whole argument is just saying, hey, this is coming because there was a job posting somewhere. I'm going to call, I don't know. I'm not quite sure how much stock I'm putting in this whole rumor from Windows that they're going to be, or they're going to necessarily be doing this. All of this is extrapolated from a ZDNet article that got the information from that, and then this guy writes an opinion piece changing it into the desktop as a service mode, which has been a rumor going around for a long time. So, am I thinking that this is absolutely going to happen? Mm-hmm. I agree with Fast Gadgets did a video on this, that this is probably something geared more towards corporate. Maybe as an option. I mean, do you realize there's a company out there, I want to say they're in France, I don't remember. I think, I remember Black was in their name. I can't remember what they were, though. It was basically a subscription service, since most of Windows 10 runs on the cloud anyway. What they were selling is a monthly subscription fee, of course, where you had a dedicated Windows 10 computer at their IT managed area, so they take care of all that kind of stuff, and you could actually access that device with anything that could attach a screen and a keyboard with. So basically, you could utilize their app connection and connect to your Windows 10 device on your smartphone if you wanted to. That was kind of the idea that they were trying to do that. I think this was back in January, I think is when this stuff came out. So the idea of renting a subscription service from Microsoft or from Windows is not entirely new, but it's something that they have generally denied as coming to the general public. So I don't know. I think maybe definitely this is something gearing towards enterprise, because in reality, these services, Microsoft and Google, these services do a lot of enterprise type work. We have to remember that. Office 365 is oftentimes used to manage emails, same as Google is oftentimes managed to use emails for big and small companies alike. I don't necessarily agree with that premise, but at the same token, that's really what we're talking about. So I don't think this is the end of the world. Your computer is absolutely going to go this way, but I was wrong about the Windows 10s thing. I think it's fair to say I was wrong about that. I was saying a while back that it's going to get to the point where every computer is going to have 10s and you'd have to pay to unlock it. That ended up not being true. 10s is now being turned into a toggleable mode. You can turn it on or turn it off in any computer you want. So that's moving in a better direction than I had initially doom and gloom predicted it. So I'm being a little bit more conservative on this one, saying, I don't know. Hey, why don't you, a bunch of you guys call a bunch of your friends to jump on the screen. We are at 97 viewers. I'd like to see if we can jump that over to 100. That'd be cool. I mean, just letting you know. All right, let's go back to the article here. So I'm hearing this Microsoft Managed Desktop is basically Microsoft's version of desktop as a service. It will provide customers the ability to lease a Windows 10 device. Heck, we rent our cars on a subscription feed now. Why not? All right. It will provide customers the ability to lease a Windows 10 device that's automatically provisioned for them to have an operating system kept up to date and more for a single monthly fee, my contacts say. So this guy apparently has contacts. So, are they blue? Are they white? I don't know. No, I'm talking about contacts in your eye. Never mind. Bad joke. Boo. All right. And so what's really the difference between this and what Microsoft's doing right now with Windows? The difference is, in one model, you're paying for it. The other model, you're not paying for it. So let's see. What differentiates Microsoft's version of desktop as a service from what many companies already offer in desktop as a service? Name is the Windows 10 updating component. As anyone who's been watching Windows 10 feature updates knows, many IT pros are unhappy about Microsoft's twice yearly feature updates to the OS. They have been updates break compatibility with things they didn't even anticipate. And that's kind of why this is why I left Windows, okay? I don't want to be spied on, and I don't want the system to just randomly update just because you want me to update right now. Particularly since updates anymore, it doesn't mean security updates. It means we're going to change the whole thing on you. You better like it. Like Skype. They took Skype and they got a unicorn and they squeezed as much unicorn poo out on top of that Skype as they possibly could. They took a royal dump on Skype. All right. Security updates I'm fine with. I don't want security. That's okay. But I stopped updating altogether because I don't want to boot up my computer and find the entire application has just changed on me. Because with the entire application just changed on me, then now I have to relearn everything. I do not want to have to relearn everything, people. You want to give me security updates? Give me security updates. But don't patch in security updates, roll in new versions of software, do all the things I don't want it to do, change everything around, do all these things because some moron who's probably an idiot on your new company floor you just hired out of college says, let's move the menus over here. And I have to spend an entire day now figuring out how to fix my system and get back to productivity. We need to stop that, people. We need to stop that. Stop that. Stop it. We need to stop. Security's fine, but don't push me new features. I don't want new features. I really don't. All right, so let's see. Microsoft has had a number of pieces in place to make this happen. Past year, they've been broadening availability of Windows Autopilot, automatic device provisioning service. It's been honing its device financing skills with programs like Surface Plus and Plus 6 for business, as well as its Surface as a service leasing. That's new to me. Let's have a look at what Surface as a service looks like. Oh boy, I launched a ZDNet article. When's the audio playing video starting? Surface as a service. You can't say that. Surface as a service. Okay, new leasing for it. I mean, that's just like leasing your phones, really. Weird. Currently, it offers Windows 10, Office 365, and Intune device management and security products in the form of Microsoft 365 subscription bundle. Microsoft has a team working to put all this together into a new service. One of my contacts said that Bill Karagonis? I don't know. Director of the Windows Insider Program and OS Fundamentals team, who last year joined the enterprise mobility and management part of Windows devices, is in charge of the coming Microsoft managed desktop. Again, is this for everybody or is this for corporate? I'm just not sure. Not sure. Okay. What I don't know is how/whether Microsoft plans to allow partners to sell the desktop service and add value. Hey, there you go. There's an affiliate link for me. I'll do an affiliate link. Hey, everybody, you guys should get Microsoft's desktop as a service. Yeah. Here on Switch to Linux. Yeah. That would not be one I'm doing. All right, so currently some Microsoft partners are selling what sounds a lot like Microsoft Managed Desktop Services, but under Modern Workplace as a Service banner. They've been using Modern Workplace to refer to its Office 365 subscription bundle and related software services. CompNow, an Australian education, government, and business services vendor, sells a modern workplace package that includes Windows device of choice, Office 365, Windows 10 Enterprise Mobility, and security managed IT services, help desk, a flexible warranty for all for one monthly payment, according to the company's website. Let's go ahead and have a look at some of these. Low monthly payment of $95.95. Yeah. Okay, let's see. You going to tell me how much you cost, or do you want me to... Fix your website, people. That thing's horrible. Oh, now it's going to go. They're not telling me. I pretty much have to go in and give them my information. Let's see if these guys give me information. Fix your website, people. Lordy. Nope, they're not telling us either. Yeah, so these services for a good single low price, yeah, they're not telling us how much they are. That's exciting. Yeah. Well, what do you guys think? Is this going to come to everybody? Is this going to be, what's going on here? What do you guys think? Let me know. All right, let's jump back on over to comments. Frost Ranger of the Frozen Realm, greetings. Okay. Wow. Where am I? Oh, there we are. All right. I'll use Windows because I'm gaming, but change really. Okay. How to adapt a Windows as a service. Install Linux. Yep. What's up? How's it going, man? Pizza. Okay. Unman. Look, DOS is mentioned. There's fanboys will say you're spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt. No, I'm reporting on fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I'm not spreading nothing. And you know what? Hey, I'm feeling a little bit worse about this now than I was. And Kitty's coming up to say hi.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
All right, let's see. Windows fanboys is right, yeah. Okay, yeah, I like my Windows stuff. But this concerns me because it all seems likely. Greetings, Anna Rita. How's it going there?
Anna Rita, where's my digital girl?
Okay. Windows, by any other name, will stink. Yeah. Windows 10 is going to going to trash now that it's a service. Yep. Microsoft combines software as a service with a high entrance fee in the Netherlands. The question mark in the title confuses me. It has been clear for years that Windows 10 is a service. Yes, it is. I think the difference is that they want to start charging a monthly fee for that now. You know, before you got annoying crappiness for nothing. Now they're looking at this going, guys, why aren't we just charging a monthly service for this? We'll throw in like one extra perk and just say, yeah, this is it now, you know. Trying to charge monthly or annually, never stop paying for it. Screw that. Yep, that's exactly what I think about it. Windows will eventually be a subscription. Doing it now would just tip their hand too early. Yeah. Everyone, Microsoft forced users of earlier versions onto Windows 10. Yep. I hate services. Hate them all with passion because it's all about the companies trying to make money out of you. Yep. Like the only one, I was talking to my cousin about this with like Netflix and stuff because he has Netflix, maybe Netflix, maybe Amazon Prime or something, and I said, it's like I couldn't. The way I work, I don't want to have a line item for every little thing on the planet. I'd rather just buy a DVD. Now, the difference is, some people like me, I'm not into watching a lot of new programs. I don't play new games. I'm just don't expand my horizon as much. And where I do it on free services. And if a service no longer is free, oh well, fun while it lasted. I moved to something else. There is no lack of finding stuff on the internet, okay? And so with that, I'm happier having movies I'm knowledgeable of, music I'm knowledgeable of, without having to pay a service. Now, for him, he doesn't want the extra clutter of extra DVDs and things, and generally prefers watching things one or two times, not over and over and over. And so Netflix makes a reasonable understanding in his circumstance. So I guess that's pretty cool, you know. Pizza kept Daniel entertained all day long. Antic Designs, greetings. I really hope they do it, yeah. And then the rest of them will move on to other OSs. Microsoft is killing Windows as we know it. Yep. Now I need a DOS machine to name Hagen. Hagen DOS. Yep. Good thing for IT departments, though. Just provision a template from the desktop management. It's entirely automated. Well, that's exactly how it works right now in the corporate world, though. Which you can do with some Linux distros as well. Home users, not so much. Yeah, if they get such a good OS, you can pay someone that will really keep your data for themselves. That way you're safe. Yeah, there you go. Original prediction is still coming true, which is phones as a client, cloud is the back end for the higher powered apps. Yeah, absolutely. And I want nothing to do with that either. I have teachers that want us to use online services to do homework. Yep. Give me the assignment on paper and give me a pencil, I'm happy. That's right. And you know what? When you do your assignments on paper, you learn more. You do. You learn more. Read the article yet, and I missed the beginning of the stream. It seems to me that MS wants as many people as possible on Windows because of advertising. Well, not only there's the advertising, but now you're going to be paying them a monthly service to be advertised to and have them steal all your data. Yeah, this is... At what point in time are we going to wake up and go, is it going to take the fangs of Microsoft into the neck of us poor little sheeple before we can wake up and realize, oh, joy, this sucks. Brings your ideas to life with Office 365. I bring my ideas to life with Calibora. What's up, kitty? What's up? Yeah. Alright. Still use Outlook for junk mails. Yep. I have a phobia for services that I'm required to sign up for classes. Yep. Just create a dummy account. Yep. Oh, no, except in the school, they've created your account for you and handed all of this data to a private corporation without you or your parents' consent. Yeah, that sounds exciting. Personally, I will not pay a monthly fee for Microsoft. Several reasons if MS would push it that far. I don't believe that they will. Then I say goodbye. Yep. Might use Windows without paying a license and a virtual machine to play games. Yeah. About Office 365 thing, since that's pushed so much, I had no idea Office 2016 even existed. I thought Office was complete subscription. Not yet. I really think they're moving that way, but particularly if you had like Office 2010 on your computer, and when the Windows 10 update came through, Windows 7 to Windows 10 upgrade, it actually wiped Windows Office 2010 off of a lot of people's computers. Peter, greetings. Also, Tom pointed out MS needs people on Windows because then MS can sell their Office software and other software for them. Yep. Been distro hopping like crazy. Just settled down on Linux Mint. Very good. Linux Mint is awesome. I agree. Stay away from establishment tech. Yep. I'm only okay with Google. I'm cautiously okay with Google. I want to pay for something. I should be only one time, and it should be with me forever. Yep. Not leasing any software, period. Yep. Don't like any tech giant, not even MS, though I like Windows, but I don't think they're okay as a company. Just went to Linux Mint in June because Windows was giving me loads of errors and other stuff, but Linux Mint works great. Have no issues. Yep. That's why I use Linux Mint, because it's rock solid. $600 is the entire suite of Adobe. $20 per app is still $240. Still expensive though. Yep. Funny, isn't it? It's like going to Target. Realize like Target, bulk pricing at Target actually generally costs you more. Will LibreOffice become paid in the future? No. Not a chance. So people want you to sign up for services, get scholarship. I worry these scholarship programs are data collection. I think that's what they all are. I think most of them are just tools for data collection arms. Yeah. As soon as LibreOffice wants to start charging, someone's going to fork it this way. This Max is free for 3 years if you sign up with a student email address. Incorrect, nice guy. It is a student license. A student license. You may not do commercial work on it. Same if you buy an Adobe a student license, an Office student license, you may not do commercial work, which means if you're a small startup company right out of school, you have your license, you have got to immediately stop using your student license one because you are now using it for commerce. So that's the thing about those. And actually, it's not, I don't think it's free at this point. I think you still have to pay for it. It's just significantly less. But once you're using it for a commercial application, that is a violation of the student license, and they will come after you. WPS, though, is not open, though. That's the problem with WPS. Source code is always available. It'd be impossible for anyone forced to pay for it. Yep. Mint is okay, but it's not for me. Runs behind too much with the software. There aren't enough supported desktop window managers. Yep. Don't like the Minty theme. All right. All these online services are just a scheme to collect user data. Sorry, Microsoft, but not everyone is rich and have the money in their backyard. Oh, don't worry. They know that nobody has the money in their backyard, but they want to take every little bit of gold you might be shocking up. This 10 isn't Microsoft main service nowadays. Nope. Yeah, and I'm a starving artist slash programmer. Yep. Die Windows. hey, yes, Windows. Nice. Yeah, corporations are evil. They just see us as dollar signs, not human beings. Spend more time theming my Arch installs than I did setting up Mint. Yep. And I got more to say. I like it when Tom's so passionate about something, like how MS screwing us, milking us. Batteries of the Matrix. Yep. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Okay. You didn't have to theme your Arch installs, don't you? Okay. If you can't be milked, you haven't been tagged. Links Unplugged said there was an interview with the lead of DOS of Windows. Not sure if that's true. Huh. Clean the cat litter box. What did I miss? I don't know, man.
Would you come clean my litter box now?
Okay, I think Microsoft is narcissist. I think Microsoft is the narcissist person who keeps on taking without remorse any care. Yep, that's right. Me, but still think it's $50 a month is all right for entire Adobe suite, which is like a few thousand to buy. When it was, I cannot afford it. Now I could. I disagree. Because $50 a month starts to add up when you include that and all the other software you're starting to do. If Adobe had a single time purchase like CS4 for Linux, I might get it because there's some things that are streamlined that some of their applications do better. But even if they went to Linux now, I wouldn't get it because I'm not paying for subscription fees. Not a chance. Nothing I didn't find in the cat box. There you go. To leave for work. Watch the rest later. Well, see you later, Donald. You're probably gone already, but see ya. Or someone telling me how all these universities that charge crazy amount of money are just brands. Yes, indeed. The thing about universities, so we have had a really good job of selling our entire population that you're never going to get ahead if you don't go to school. But then the schools started to raise tuition because the government, in the United States I'm talking, the government will basically issue unlimited student loans for as much as the school says it costs. It produces this, and somebody, I think it was listening to Dave Stewart the other day. He did a talk on this a couple years ago, and he called it, I think he called it a localized inflation. And that's what's happened because I have a friend that's looking into schooling, last couple years of high school, looking into schooling, and then looking at other opportunities. And we're looking at some of the costs of things. Realize this, my entire 4 years of education, I did it in 4, not 5 or 6 or whatever else. I said 4 years because school costs too much. In 4 years, living on campus, half of that. Now, I got my dorm room for free, but I did have to pay for a meal plan. 4 years of school, summer classes every summer, at least one, I think more. I think every summer I did at least 2 summer classes. I think maybe one summer I did 1 summer class. The other ones I did at least 2 summer classes. And then the meal plan that I had to buy because I lived on campus, all of that together and all my books, everything cost me $35,000. That was 20 years ago. All right, 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Let's see. 20 years ago, I think I was in my sophomore year in college, maybe. I forget. So 20 years ago. I worked at a restaurant out there and I made $8 an hour. Okay, nowadays, these people are still making about $8 an hour. 4 years of school is going to cost you about $95,000. Because we're not just looking at tuition. We have to look at living expenses, food expenses, and books. What's happening in the book industry right now is that they're pushing more and more renting your books. Not the physical books, but renting an ebook, which is simply a digital file. It poofs out of nothing with no production costs and simply vanishes when you're done with it. They're pushing absolute requirements for online homework for nearly every class, which generally costs $30 to $50 a semester is what they are. $30 to $50 a semester times, suppose only half your classes have that, so times 2 or 3, plus all of your book fees. Even the digital books are like $80 for a year or two. So you paid $80 plus the extra 30 to 50 times 3 classes. Maybe you bought a few other books for classes 4 and 5, and if you're, Lord help you, a music major, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Too many classes in that major. Then what ends up happening is you're paying thousands of dollars all for an opportunity. And any more in American colleges, particularly a guy like me, I'd go to college and learn how, because I happen to have protruding genitalia, that I'm simply the spawn of Satan himself. And the fact that I have white skin simply means that I've been privileged and grown up as rich. And because I'm a Christian, I'm just an intolerant hate monger. And so taking those three things together, I'm just a horrible creature. So I don't need to pay $95,000 for a liberal moron who's never been in the real world to tell me that I'm the spawn of Satan. I don't need that. And that's the problem. And what happens is the schools have turned even the students into the units of production. They're all just vying for the student. Now we've convinced everybody you have to go to school or you can be a lazy bum in your parents' basement at 30 years old. You have no other option. It's school. It's school or the basement for you, buddy. And then what ends up happening is now it's just a matter of which school you go to, and then they woo you in. They woo you in. There's one school. It's a state school, which means my taxes have funded it. They have an entire I don't know what to call it. It's got like a waterfall lounge and it's millions of dollars of stuff just to make it look pretty. It serves no functional purpose. It's just aesthetically beautiful. Taxpayer dollars. So they can bring the students in because it's the prettier campus or the campus with the most social opportunities, which the social opportunities merely distract you from the classes and keep you on campus longer. Now, I'm not completely against education. I have a bachelor's degree and I have a doctorate degree. I've taught in academia. I've spent a long time in this world. I've also sold, for the real world, sold software to schools. I know academia in and out. And the unfortunate reality is a lot of college is just money-hungry people trying to extract all the dollars out of their students. There's a few schools in a few states that do it right. California's community college schools are now free for state residents, so that's a good stride in positive directions. It's either Wisconsin or Minnesota, I forget which one. You're not allowed to sell college textbooks, and they're not allowed to rent them either. All books in that state, I forget which state it is, one of those up there, one of those cold states that starts with an M or a W, they have to furnish the books for the students. And so if they're selling an online homework system, the department has to pay for it from their own funds. They cannot ask the students to pay for it out of their pocket. And so there's a few schools that are doing things right, but for the most part, here's how academic software works and academic book sales. All you need to do is convince the professor. And trust me, because I've been in this market, who do you go for? You go and convince the professors who have the biggest classes because it makes you the most commissions. I made a lot of commissions selling online homework to schools. And if I had 5 hours in a day and 30 calls to make, only had time for 30 calls, you better believe I'd be calling on the people with thousands of students in the class rather than the people with dozens because of the money profit. And that's the way it was. So yeah, that was kind of a rant on education, but and education's not all bad. But you want to go to education if you decide what you want to do and then you figure out, is an education required? And then if an education is required, then you go and then you get your education so that you get there. So, for example, everything I have degrees in, I don't have degrees in media. I don't have degrees in web design. I don't have degrees in any of this. Guys, in 18 months, I built a YouTube channel to 16,000 and it pays a quarter of my bills, I think. I don't have any college education, any of this. I don't have any college education talking to a web camera. If you go back and look at the first couple live streams I did, it was bad. Look at the first couple videos I did. It was bad. But I'm always working on improvement. I'm always working on how can I grow the channel better. I'm looking at new camera technologies. I'm looking at new audio technologies. I'm looking at new computer systems, ways of processing things. I'm looking to grow myself, and I'm just taking the time to learn. I don't have to go and sit in a classroom with a teacher, but I might jump on like Udemy and take a little course over there. I'd be happy paying $30 or $50 or $100 for a good course over there that walks me through a bunch of stuff. I'm okay with that. It's looking at the various opportunities. But to say, oh, I'm going to be a lazy bum in my mother's basement if I don't go off to college. I don't know what I'm going to take yet, so I'm just going to go there and get the experience to get my core curriculum classes out of the way. Guaranteed, you're going to change your major 2 or 3 times. If you graduate college at all, it's going to take you 6 or 7 years. And you're going to start your life with $250,000 in debt. And that's going to consume you. You realize the student loan interest on $250,000 a year debt is $1,000 a month? And a lot of students coming out of college are finding a hard time finding a sustainable job. There's lots of jobs out there if you want to go work for Sam Walton and co. But there's not a lot. Not a lot of good opportunity. There's some. It's not a lot. Oh, well, that was a long rant on education. All right. He said something strange about Fedora / Red Hat stuff. I'm running Fedora over here now. It ain't gonna last long. Oh boy, does it suck. Horrible. Feeling they won't do subs. They need folks to stay on Windows, so they keep consuming their cloud offerings. More of a transparent vehicle now. Yeah? American universities, which are higher in the rankings, have much more money to buy researchers. Better researchers doesn't automatically result in better education. Yeah. In fact, if you're looking at going to school, you want to go to a small school for an undergrad and a large school for grad. Okay. The reason is, in a small school, the teacher's primary job is teaching. You are going to have direct time with the professors in the classroom. You go for an undergrad to a big school, you're going to have a lot of classes with a TA. He's about as clueless as you are. Trust me, I've been one. All right. And then with that, then the big school, the reason you want your big school for your advanced degrees, your master's, your doctorate, is because the big schools have more of the lucrative research. They have more research grants. They have more of those types of things. And you have a lot better opportunity because your PI, your principal investigator you're working with, you will have more direct time with him because he only has one class and it's your major class. And so that's, I was really fortunate with the PI that I had. He taught exactly 2 classes, and it was the 2 classes we needed for ours, and the rest of the time he was in there doing research. So we had a lot of available time with him. So that was, that's why you want a small school to do your undergrad. You want a large school to do your grad. Okay, $1,000 for Photoshop. Yep, use GIMP for free. Well, I mean, it's $1,000 got me the entire CS4 suite, which is a lot of software. Wish to develop skills to function in the workplace. Lease Windows, yep. No, it's called Fleece Windows, because Microsoft is going to fleece us, man. Okay, they do not want us to own anything. Yep. That's the thing. We are getting to a system. Oh, wait until you see my articles for what Lyft is doing this week. Talk about not owning anything. Oh boy. Friday night news. It'll be fun. You over 100. My account has been a few channels on one. Account has like a few channels and one YouTube. I peaked at 97 today so far. Expensive as those American universities are, tuition fee is only a tiny percentage of their income, and they could easily lower it a lot. Yep, but they don't. Proper context, I've been educated at European universities. Yeah, I want that. Microsoft makes my Windows safe if I pay them. Deactivated auto update. Just kidding, just using links right now. Blender takes a lot of learning. Yes, so does 3ds Max. They both take a lot of learning. And if you know one, you can pick the other one up pretty quickly. I do not want Google or anyone to know what kind of toilet paper I like because it's between me and my butt. Yep. Fire! Not good to be on fire right now, because if I lift the iron curtain of the board, back behind me, I'm actually in the process of reloading a bunch of ammunition, so there's actually gunpowder over there. Bad to be on fire in this office. Oh boy. Had to turn the volume down. Signal Linux as long as it works. Red alert. Need an adult. Car fire burnt. Oh! I'm sorry to hear that, Pizza. That is not good, man. Where teaching is good. Frankly, consider study abroad. If you'd like to be good, work on your German. ETH is cool. New things, my OS, I'll add them myself. Yep. Someone broke him. Yes, I got broken. Nice guy. Okay, excellent world-class education, zero tuition fee, cost of living a bit more expensive though. Some other European countries also offer good education, but be warned the tempo is higher. Go get help. STL's on fire. Yep. All right. Okay, I plan on learning Hindi after you're done with Mandarin. Very good. Predicted this when Windows 8 came out. Windows IT Professional, this entire thing exclusively for corporate. Instead of ordering your device from Dell, you get it pre-installed. That's what my thought is. That's what my guess is. So hopefully that came out. Spelled your name wrong. Oh, that's all right, man. Pizza, pizza, pizza. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, yes. I hope your grandparents are okay. And that is not good to hear. All app management is in your Office 365 cloud portal, and they strip work from the typical IT company. Other than that, nothing changes. Well, thank you very much, Hank. It is good to have somebody that is actually in this field in here, because that's exactly what my thought is, which makes sense. That means that the company can hire Windows to manage the IT instead of an IT department, which unfortunately means the IT guys are losing their jobs. Whoops, we lost some. Okay. And come to think about it, most people do lease their phones. They get an installment plan. They have some upgrade plan year after making switch. Yep, that's true. That's true. Kept the cats in the box after that. Actually, he's still right here. He survived it. He survived the rant. I don't know how, but he did. Or did he come back? I don't remember. No more autoplay videos for you. Yeah. Got to call and get a quote. More Mandarin speakers than Spanish speakers. Dope. DistroTube, greetings. Nice to see ya. Okay. I lost my place in a bunch of comments, and I want to see something. Okay, what do I think about services like Humble Monthly, where you get to keep the product of each month even if you unsub? Humble Monthly. I'm not familiar with Humble Monthly. Let me look at Humble Monthly real quick. Okay, subscribe and get a lot of games. Curated bundle of games sent to your inbox every month. $12 a month to immediately unlock a Hat in Time, Escapades, and Con and Exiles, with more to come. Built in the alternate, each game is yours. Redeem on Steam. Well, that's actually not a bad deal. Now, it's, you know what this reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of, like, remember BMG, and there was another one like it, maybe a couple of them. They were like the CD music buying clubs, and they had some, I don't know if they had DVD ones. I remember from Laserdisc, though, too. Yeah, they did have DVD. I don't remember. But anyway, BMG, they basically, for a low price, you would pay them a monthly fee, and they'd send you music CDs, and then you either had to pay for them or send them back, or, you know, it's something weird like that. This kind of reminds me of that. Now, here's my question for you. If I were to download these, do they only stay on that, or can I take the installation files, store them in my backup archives, and in a later computer down the road, can I reinstall those games and play them again? That's my question about it. Because if it's a matter of just putting it just on this computer for as long as this computer is going to be here, I find that less as a deal. Faulty Towers, only 24 episodes. It's funny. Okay. You should play Portal. I would enjoy it. Nah, I don't have time. Different input methods, different languages in India. Okay. Studies have shown students who handwrite have better test scores. Yep. True. True. LJ, greetings. Used to get notices when you went live, but now it's hit or miss. Scroll past when you were live. Anyone else having this problem? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's kind of why I try and keep a very consistent schedule. Because like my YouTube view numbers have been way down. I mean, I don't know. Don't have any explanation for it. Maybe I did a couple sucky videos in a row, but I don't know. Now you're paying to use your OS. You're paying to use the PC. Yeah. Crypto mining was a cover for them creating trusted certificates. Soon we won't issue new ones or make you pay for their mined or hashed one. Was click to run, typically Office 365, but some retail versions too is differently updated MSI variants. First one automatically get feature updates, the second one doesn't. Need to clean your room. All right, man. Try deepen. Now it's sluggish and bloated. I wouldn't waste your time. Okay, I didn't know that MS erased MS Office 10 on some machines. I've encountered a few of them personally that I was fixing for people. I pushed them over to LibreOffice. Favorite game is, and Linux is still supported. Thank God for free compilers. Student Office is free. My school signed me up. Yep, and they gave them all your information. Glad I quit Facebook. Yep. Decompiled game DLL for source code. Will feds get me if I share it with my friends? I would not share it with your friends. That would be my advice. Causing sense of paranoia with all the technology around me. Just don't become like Ted Kaczynski or something, you know. Close friend, mess with it because I needed to do it for re-enable a scrap. Oh, to re-enable a scrapped weapon. Okay. 3DS Max student license changed the free trial. It must have been recently. I sent it just last month. Okay, well maybe they still have. Well, I know they have a free trial. The free trial is to try it out before you pay for it. They might have a longer student free trial than just the commercial free trial, but as soon as you try and use a student license software to do commercial work, you are now in violation of the terms, and you could be sued for that. So you have to be aware of that. Worst thing about service is just to simply do the fact you never stop paying for them. Yes. Even if you have what you think is a low monthly price. And I think that one of the things that it might have been on Fast Gadget's video today. I think he talked about it. If not, it was somebody else I heard talk about similar things. We don't know. No, it might have been Eli too. I forget. Some video I watched today. They're talking about the one of the biggest challenges that we don't always know what our circumstances are going to be like next month. I think it was Fast Gadgets, come to think of it. Like, we might be able to afford $10 or $20 or $30 a month this month. But what if we lose our job next month? Is it really all that important to keep paying for that? And then how easy is it going to be to find a job when you've run out of money and you can no longer pay your Windows subscription fee, and so you lose your computer? And so these are those things we have to think about. Use air-gapped, fully encrypted Windows machine for my mechanical engineering stuff, and for my browsing regular activities, use Debian on a separate machine. Very good. Yep. If you're in student loans, you're screwed. Yep. 6,900 left to pay. Ouch. Sometimes I feel hopeless when I look at the prices of colleges. The thing you start to do now is start to figure out how you can get some scholarships. But again, you have to be very careful because a lot of them are just collecting money. I don't know. Start saving up a pile too. $70 a month payments. That's going to take you a while. It's $70 a month, $7,000. You need to start paying more, man. That's a long time. Is that 1,000 months? Not 1,000, 100 months. 70. Yep, that's 100 months. 8 years. Push out new editions of books just to change the problems in the back. Yep, that's what they do. They literally will shuffle. Like I can show you Brown and LeMay's chemistry books. I think we used 7th edition, and I taught out of 11th edition. That was about 10-year difference. There was enough significant changes in that I'd say, yeah, that's a different book. But to go from the 10th to the 11th or the 9th to the 10th, really all they do is shift the problems in the back. They'll literally shift the problems up one problem. That's it. Which Tom didn't point out on books. Before this renting scheme began, mostly updated books to shuffle exercises. Yep, get the latest. Yep. In the Netherlands, the problem is most companies believe degrees actually hold value. Fortunately, the Netherlands is small. All right. Okay. Friends told me he had to take a cultural relations class. Class was about tolerating intolerant and regressive cultures. 20 years ago, I was 20 years younger, and I was 20 years healthier 20 years ago, 1998, the good old days, yeah. Look, if I get good grades, I can get into a 4-year and not have anything for that. Remember when youngsters wanted to know a skilled trade? Now kids with a PhD in gender studies are blaming everyone else because they can't get a job. The reality is they sell you on the merit of a doctor's degree, and they don't tell you about the number of jobs it disqualifies you for. Not in Minnesota. I think it might be Wisconsin. Good evening, Steve's very own. How's it going there? Now kids just want to act stupid on social media for views and speak broken English. Yep. Do you need to go to school to get certified at SwitchedtoLinux? No. I got a chem engineering degree without debt with the help of Pell Grants and 20 hours per week job. Spent part of college living in the truck. Yep. That's good. And that probably served you very well. That's what I'd do too, you know. Word, yo. All right. Okay. Depending on what you want to get certified in. I want to go and learn multiple languages. Meanwhile, some of my middle school classmates are probably speaking illiterate English. Welcome back, Pizza. You didn't just shove everything under your bed or in the closet, did you, Pizza? I mean, that'd be bad. 91 watching, only 36 sub. Thumbs up. Yeah, man, what's going on? What's going on? Matthew Keller, greetings. How's it going there? And Present Arms, hello. Tom was already fired up. Yep, I went on fire. DistroTube, I need to get rid of that computer. So it's either going to you or it's going to the computer recycling center, and I might be going tomorrow or Friday. So let me know very quickly. I need to get it out of my office. I think I can find your email. If you can, shoot me a message. I'd like to see about getting that to you. My aunt's eyes on the spawn of Satan. I used to be a butcher, and she's a vegan convert. Oh boy. Educated on education, it's a good thing. All right. Yeah, I was on fire. Yep. No more opening text files with darn ebook readers. Yeah. I know that I missed it as well. I missed it when Tom was on fire. Yep. I went on fire. Lit myself up. Reminded me of Nam. $15,000 in 1997 for my four-year-old schooling. Four-year-old schooling because I wanted to be a teacher. Yep. College doesn't even carry many programs that employers want candidates to be familiar with. Home for the evening. Want to sit down and do nothing except maybe watch YouTube stream like this one. Yeah. Tom, what press are you using behind me? I have a Lee press. There's pretty much only two options out there. I went with Lee mostly because I bought the press and things at the huge 9mm shortage. And, well, first a Lee press is a lot cheaper. What's the other brand? I'm forgetting the other brand now. But the Lee press is a lot cheaper. And bonus, the store actually had dies. Dies were impossible to find of pretty much anything. And I went to this little gun store here in Pennsylvania, and they actually had one die set left for 9mm. Unfortunately, it went with the Lee press. I think it's I don't think the dies are Lee because Lee presses are compatible with two types of dies. I forget what the other one now. I'm forgetting all my stuff. So, okay. See, PA made you a gift. I think that's great. You deserve it. Very cool. A lot of free when it comes to Linux. How long can our favorite FOSS distro and software sustain if we all take and never give back? Well, the thing is, Captain, is a lot of people do donate and support to them, but I'd rather give out of my abundance or out of my grace to a FOSS company than give out of compulsion to a company like Microsoft. And that's the difference, especially since I know Microsoft is rightly so about the profit, but the FOSS guys are using it to develop what they're doing. But they need to eat too, you know. Open box is the gift that keeps on giving, huh? Oh, Paperbag Man, I missed a super chat. Thank you, Paperbag Man. I appreciate that. Great work as usual. I don't know why I'm not getting the notifications of super chats like I should be. Probably because I'm modifying my YouTube comment code. Jeesh, will I ever get through the comments? Apparently, I dropped down to the bottom and it cut off all the comments. So my apologies if I missed any other comments up above there. Microsoft wanted to charge a fee for Vista monthly, but wasn't quite ready at that time. Okay. Actually, quite a few businesses, small businesses prefer it that way. Thumbs up for the kitty.
Thumbs up for me, man. Thumbs up for me. Except I have no thumbs. This is horrible. I don't have thumbs. I need your thumbs, people. I need your thumbs.
Let's make living a service. There you go. Isn't it already? You're born, you pay taxes. I'm surprised there's not birth taxes. Chose not to try Fedora, Gentoo, yeah. Microsoft is writing code in Linux. I forget what verbose file I read it in. Oh boy. Pay monthly or take the kitty back. They can't have my kitty. My kitty. That's right. You're my kitty. He's like, no, don't let him take me away. Greetings, Frost Ranger of the Frozen Realm. Yes. Prayer for Pizza's grandparents. If you are of the praying form, please call for details. Yeah. You think about services? Okay, hey, I did actually get to some of these comments. Did I miss a lot before? I must have. Yep. So I missed a lot of comments before, so I remember getting to these. Hey, this is about where I should be. Hour late, yep. Do. Usually don't donate when I want to download an ISO. It's my license payment, if you will. Yep. I suppose to enjoy my youth when I have to worry about what I'm going to do the rest of my life. Yep, there you go. At least we found out that Microsoft are dropping MSI Office install for Office 2019 version. Will be streaming App V version only subscription service. Huh. That's exciting. James Miller, greetings. I just want to try it, be an IT pro, but I'm learning and being a sound engineer. Yep. Paper Bagman, thanks again, once again, for that super chat. Okay, fellow goes, Christmas morning, I was watching you open your gifts. I'll have to go watch that video. You read my humble monthly comment was actually way below the original ones you were reading. Huh. BMG buying clubs were great. They had a great selection of classical too. Yeah. Say though, MS switching to a subscription model will cause me to install Linux on my main rig. Under that circumstance, I will do it purely for financial purposes. Usually it's a Steam license or DRM free, so you can keep downloading them even if you've already unsubbed. Okay. See that, and this is a challenge. Okay, use your Steam keys. Well, what happens when Steam goes belly up or bought out by someone like Microsoft in a couple years, and all those things just vanish on you? You know. I was ready to go, and I was going to download it tonight, but I'll have to wait until you're finished. Have a final version. Let's put okay. Says everything is DRM free. Okay. Well, DRM free though, I mean, still though, do I have the ability to take the installation file, store it for later? That's kind of what my question is. Okay, it looks like some are locked into Steam, some of them are not. I use subscription plans from them, but if the games are for Steam, you just redeem them. They stay in your Steam folder. Greetings, the old swamp crew, for the win. My life's going pretty good. How are you? You need 8 hours at most to play Portal. Yeah, I don't have that much time. Yesterday was your birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. Let's see, whose birthday? Paper Bagman. Paper Bagman, huh? All right, everyone, let's say happy birthday to Paper Bagman. Greetings. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Paper Bagman. All right. Gotta remember to change my intro video back. I'll be playing that next time. Whoops. I have a screen built up for that on one of my things. I just don't seem to have it on here right now. All right. Going to bed now. Use the contact forms. Have an email whenever you want some. All right. Summertime and people outside doing stuff. For snow, you should have more viewer than you can handle. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. I just wish Steam wasn't so tied to Debian-based distros. It's a pain to install on others. I didn't have any problem installing it on Manjaro. LF, either sued or drawn and quartered, whatever is less expensive. Yeah. Windows is practically free because Microsoft profits through data. Autodesk free education version files are watermarked as far as I know. Would not surprise me. Good to save 15% of your paycheck every month so you can have at least an emergency money account in case you lose your job. Yeah, and then you turn around and give it all to Microsoft to keep Windows alive, you know. 10 years to pay off your loans, yep. Anti-monopoly laws are bad for Linux. Windows was more expensive, there'd be more people developing for Linux. How expensive do you want it to be? Not just monetary, but time down for rubbish updates. Hmm. Space under the bed and in the closet. Let's see. You shoved everything in the overcrowded closet. All right, all right. Space there under the bed and in the closet for a reason. Shove it all there. Vegans eat my food's food. Tom, if you got a good spot to donate that machine to, go ahead. I just didn't want a working machine going to the trash. I'm going to send it to the computer recycling center is what I want to do with it. It is a compact computer that came with Windows 98. It is lacking a internal hard drive. Everything else I know of works fine. Best Linux distro for Steam and Wine. Somebody who uses those, let us know. I have no idea. Never knew you used guns. Yes, I do. Got one right here, in fact. Just in case any crazies come into my office. Yep. They'll be leaving vertical. Well, horizontal. My apologies. Well, vertical, maybe I'll hang them by their toes, but yes. And I reload my ammunition. Don't get shot by my bullets. I use shotgun powder. Real men carry Desert Eagles. Online proprietary is a concept as devs gotta eat like the scummy. I just don't. It's just the scummy things corporations do. Yep. Greetings, Joe. How's it going there? People keep coming, so it never gets to the end. Oh boy. I'll be on a 4-hour stream, man. Real men choose freedom over convenience. Phone call made me late. All right. Tell the kitty he can have my thumb for $12.
Yay, it's a thumb, yay!
Think of Dirty Harry whenever anyone mentions a 44 Magnum. It's the most powerful handgun in the world. Will blow your head clean off. Yeah. Unconstitutional school tax bill came today. Oh boy. Don't give the government ideas. Lori word when I saw the government uses Windows 10. She thought you went through my mind as well. All right. You email me the certificate for it after the stream. There's no certificates or things like that. Pizza. When you register a domain, it sits in your registrar, and then you have a control panel to manage it. Since I'm a web developer and I manage like tons and tons of people's web domains anyway, I just threw it in my management pile and wrote it off on my taxes. So I can hook you up with like if you get a hosting account, anything that needs name servers, any of that type of stuff. If you get some management portal platform, I'll just go ahead and hook it up to whatever you tell me to. So that's kind of the way I run things. But there's the only way to give you more direct control is you would have to buy it anyway. That's why I bought it, so nobody else steals it. But I can redirect it to anything you want. Okay. Okay. Love installing operating system. I have nothing to remove on fresh install, unlike Windows. Why pay to be spied on? Yep. It's built backdoors since '98. Yep. EA tried to buy Valve for $1 billion, but the owner of Valve said they would rather die than get bought out. Well, that's good to know. Okay, Steam should send people DVDs with a copy of their game. They bought a license to play, yep. What are the specs of the computer you're getting rid of? It's a 30-pound compact laptop that came with Windows 98. Not good. Amazes me how easy going that cat is. Most cats aren't that easy. Yep. This one is. The other one's crazy, but this one's alright. Known one cat who's always friendly to everyone. That cat was dumped in the forest and was found by the owner. Aww. Gotta make an ice cream run. All right. Keegan, you should make your ice cream, man. Make your ice cream. It's better. Sure, Steam had their agreement set up so you could download your whole library in full should they go out of business. I don't know. Okay. Mint chocolate chip. Way cool. Which was your birthday? Biggest gripe with Steam is how it must install in the home folder. Well, at least that way you can port it over to something else. Sat and watched YouTube videos and played games all day. Didn't do much. All right, Tom, if you did the happy birthday screen on Windows, it'd freeze. Go blue screen of death, probably. Steam runs fine on Manjaro. Easy install. Solid's team worked hard for Steam for that as well. Yep. It's in a year till your next birthday. Yep. Woo, I'm getting close to the bottom here. Getting close to the bottom. Follow the Arch Wiki. Haven't had any trouble getting Steam going on Arch-based distro. Why would anyone subscribe to spyware and malware? Man, this world is full of people who do weird things. Should have not used Steam or an evil version of it. Okay. Right. Overclocked anal. Not sure what you mean. I'm gonna have to remove that one. Alright. Guns are great for self-defense. Don't show a gun, you'll get demonetized. No, YouTube. Yep. Did you throw Linux on that? I tried throwing Puppy on there. I couldn't get that to work. There's a couple specific distros I could, but I don't have the time for the novelty. Miss owning my games on discs. I should be sure to have them forever. Yep. Boot the computer. Oh no, something went wrong. Some problem has occurred and the system can't recovery. Log out and try again. Uh-oh. Gnome in a nutshell. Yep. I made, then disassembled an electrified BB taser. Wow. Want a real gun, but I don't have time to practice using it and maintain it and all that. That's the downside. What's up, Anonymous? How's it going there? Printed guns don't kill people, blueprints do. Want a Nerf gun to use on your brother? Alright. Can't get a gun with any ease. Yep. I think you just copy files on a hard drive. On Linux, you should be able to. Which VPS is good? VPS or VPN? Virtual Private Network or Virtual Private Server? Let me know, Matthew, and I will tell you on both fronts. UK, so no guns. Yeah, VPN. Proton's good. I have affiliate links for Nord and private internet access. TechLore just posted a PSA about something about private internet access today. Let me read the message he sent to me. Basically, he said the program that PIA has specifically using the program that comes with PIA for Linux and Windows, it seems to leak your login as a raw text when it's first attaching. There's an entire thread about it. But just be aware of that. And I think they're looking at it or working on it or whatever else. So I don't know much about that. So just be aware of that if you're on private internet access. So it shouldn't be a major deal. But if you are using the client, realize that that could have some security issues on your local machine only. Okay. Topic. What's your favorite Linux distro? Mine is Linux Mint Cinnamon. Okay. To always have a machine that can run. It's made with the artist in mind. Install Steam and opt ch own folder to user. Have the package DXVK. No. DRMs aren't going anytime soon thanks to microtransactions. Yeah. Probably it's supposed to make Wine work better. Virtual private server. Okay. Virtual private server. I personally, for all my stuff, I'm using A2 hosting. Service is great. They support free SSLs through both Let's Encrypt and Komodo. The WHM has a managed or an unmanaged. I went with the one called Core. The Core one, they basically they don't have the access to it. If they need access to it, I have to give them the password to it. So I'm using them. So that's A2 hosting. There's a link for A2 hosting. I looked at SiteGround. We've used SiteGround for the shared stuff that we've used in the past. I didn't go with theirs because it was a little bit more expensive. Although it might be a little bit better for that. For SiteGround, there's the link for that. Those are affiliate links I have for those. I also have some links for DigitalOcean, which I'm not sure has VPS. They may not. They're more like AWS type, individual containers, droplets they call them. And then also InMotion is good. Avoid anybody like HostGator, Bluehost, GoDaddy. Do not get a GoDaddy VPS. Holy crap, that's going to make you pull your hair out. Nexus 5X give you any issues? Zero issues. Only downside is it's running low in support with some things, but I don't really care. How long have we all used Android phones with no backup security or support anyway? Long time. Don't care, and I really don't use my phone for much. So, working on a game. All right, see you later, JJ Game. STL, but I will say Nexus 5X has good reviews. Yep. Last decade, it spent more than 1,600 on there. All right. Play on Linux. Is there any better than just trying to run it through Wine? Yeah, I don't know. How can I get Windows Steam running on Linux Mint 19 Cinnamon? I think you can with Steam, but I don't, or with Wine, but I don't know all the details. Since I'm not a gamer, I really am not sure. Hopefully somebody else here watching can answer that for us, though. Yeah, GOG is a good alternative without DRM. .5x boot loops after about 2 years. Had one. Hey, kitty. People don't want to see that end of you. Thank you. 5x boot loops after about 2 years. I had one, and I had that exact issue along with pretty much anyone else I talked to who's had one long term. Okay, well, I haven't had any issues on mine. I've had mine for about 1.5 years. So about 6 months, we'll see if I have boot loop issues. Okay, any recommendations for an email client besides Thunderbird? Proton Mail currently doesn't work in Thunderbird. I think you have to pay for the ability to work Proton Mail with any email client. I thought that was the case. Let me look that up real quick. The other ones, though, that I would use is look at Evolution. That's my favorite client. Okay. Let's see if I can find anything here. Thunderbird, Windows, Mac, you find messages still marked on red even after you've opened them, because Thunderbird does not consider messages as read unless it has been opened for 5 seconds. Okay, well. So apparently people are using Thunderbird with this. I thought that you had to buy the you had to buy the paid version to get the ability to use any client. So, okay, believe privacy is fundamental. You can support us. Okay. 150 messages per day, 500 megabytes storage, limited support. And then secure email. So €4 per month. You can get it with, your own domain name. That's cool. Up to 5 email aliases. I'm just not sure. I don't use Proton Mail enough to know for sure. I know when I first got my Proton Mail account, which I barely use, you had to use the paid version to get the ability to attach to any client, but I don't know for sure. But try Evolution. About 60 games that play natively on Linux using the Steam for Windows, Snap 3D coded. Okay. Steam works with Linux, no wine needed, just less games. Well, I think though, Mel Gibson, he's talking about there are some Steam games that only work on Windows. Domain, does a DNS record work? It's the only thing GitLab supports. Yeah, send me what the DNS record should be, Pizza, and I'll take care of it. Basically, what you're going to do, Pizza, is you're going to... let me look that up real quick. You're on GitLab, I think, right? So basically, you configure the domain to work, and then basically you're going to give you an IP address. I'm going to create an A record to the IP address. That's kind of how it works. Okay. Okay, add your domain. So if you want to add your domain names, say it's not required, though you can always use standard GitHub pages. Okay, so here's what it's saying to do. So go to settings, add new domain. Go in there and type in your domain, which is pizzalovingnerd.com. You might be able to generate a key over at Let's Encrypt. Let me know if you try and do that. I might have to do something on my end for that as well. Click the create new domain name, and then, yep, so this is all I need. So all I need is the IP address. Just confirm what the IP address is, and I will change it in my records. It looks like it's always the same there, so use those things. Let me know when that's done, and I'll go ahead and do that. So Windows games then once I have Windows Steam on Linux. Okay. You on Skype to set the domain. Yes, my Skype is Western Mountain Web. All right, see you later, Swamp Crew. Proton Mail in Thunderbird on Linux. The bridge they require to use isn't available on Linux yet. Oh, I don't know then. Need to cut Google out. Check out Techlor's video on how he de-Googlified. He has some great tips in there. Tried to play on Linux and Steam wouldn't boot. Can you help? I don't have the time to do it and troubleshoot on my own. First thing you want to do with Play on Linux is see if the game or whatever you're trying to install is already in the repository, because the power of Play on Linux is it will create a custom virtual machine for each one of your installs, and it's going to basically pull all of the configured settings. So if it's not available in the settings, then like in the original configuration screen, then that's something that just takes a while to troubleshoot either way. So don't start with that to see if there's something there and see if that helps you out. Proton mail account told me there's something I needed to install to get to work with clients. So it's coming for Linux, yep. Level 1 Tech said DirectX 8 now runs on Steam Game. Heo was using AMD CPU. Or from an expert, just looked at Stacer. Dual boot Windows and Linux have quad core clocked 1.5 gigahertz, 4 gig of RAM, DDR3, 4, don't remember, NVIDIA. Yep. Each of yours is on different disks. Yeah. We'll see if we can troubleshoot this real quick, but I think we're going to end out the stream before too long here. Coming up on the 2-hour mark. Yeah, I mean, the best thing to do on Play on Linux is... see, do I have something I can install Play on Linux on? Here's an Ubuntu machine. Let's boot up Ubuntu and play on Linux. What are you trying to install, Anonymous? Let us know that. Waiting for Ubuntu to load. Oh, you're trying to load Steam. Oh, okay, yeah. We should be able to do this. So let me go ahead and we'll go ahead and install Play on Linux and see if we can figure it out real quick. Never done this before, so bear with me. All right, Ubuntu, load. Are you frozen or are you loading? All right, good. Sure, we are on X11. Good. Should be the same for Linux Mint. I know you're on Linux Mint, but it's that. Political Monkey, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Can't get Steam itself to boot. Okay. First, let's go ahead and go to our settings and give ourselves a full screen, because that's going to drive me crazy trying to work on this. Up, displays, landscape. Where's HD? No, that's not HD. There you go. Apply. Keep changes. Good. Linux.com. Whoa! I think I totally slaughtered that one. Okay. And then now we should probably find a copy of Steam, right? Actually, we're not even, I don't think I need to do it because there should be some installers for it, is my guess. All right, you go away. Close tabs. Really? Not sure what was locking my other tasks, but that's why I hate Ubuntu. All right, let's see. Steam. Okay, just Windows. Just a Windows game in general after installing Windows Steam. Okay, so Steam is Steam working? Yep, you're getting reported, buddy. Let's call that harassment or bullying. Let's see, harassing me later. No, I'm not that harassed. Trying to help somebody get something working, dude. All right. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this off short notice. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit install. Let this do its thing for a second. Of course, it's going to take a while if it's going to do that. Yeah, I haven't had a real job in 8 years. I seem to pay my bills just fine, thank you. Sometimes it says download seems to have failed. Okay. Oh Lord, this is taking forever. Think about Microsoft making a whole new kernel is supposed to be more modular. I hate NT kernel, but rebuilding kernel is rebuilding the whole OS. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Oh, why does this thing take so long to load? Yeah, freelancing definitely makes you a little bit more versatile. Hey, Saddle Ridge, greetings. Didn't get the notice and was over on the other channel. How's it going there? Yeah, I did just post a new study on the Daily Walk channel, our Walk in Christ channel. All right, now let's try and load Steam. Okay, so there we're going to go ahead and click Steam. Click Install. It should give us the option to install it directly from the internet. Okay, so now it's downloading. Wine. So one of the things that Play on Linux is really good with is it kind of knows which the better versions of Wine are for which applications, and so that's why Play on Linux is a better choice. It's only slower if you aren't using IOMMU virtualization. Do you think a bridge network would be faster? Alex Stone, you missed about all of it. We're going to wrap this up. We're just trying to help somebody get Steam running on Play on Linux. So after I get this done, now we're downloading Wine Mono. Download some Gecko from Geico. Next. Noah, you may add me to Skype if you would like. Just note that it is a business thing, though. It's not a place I do a ton of chatting with, but definitely you can add me if you would like. Okay, I agree to reading and accepting the following blank page. Read it all. I read it all, man. Did you like that? I read it all. All right. More than it was. I'm just behind you. My internet connection is 150 feet away. More up to date when downloading things. Okay. All right, I got the notification there, Noah. I will be with you in a bit. I'm not going to try and do that in this at the same time. Okay, welcome to Steam setup. I have no idea what these other languages are, but I'm going to go with English. Hey Pizza, if you don't already have a Skype account, I have your email. I have a Talk instance. So don't create a Skype account if you don't have one. I have another way I can chat with you. But if you're already mostly there or need it for another reason, then that's fine. Updating Steam. It's getting steamy over here. How much memory does my graphics board have? A lot. Actually, though, this is in the virtual machine, so I'm going to give it this. Let me see how much memory is actually installed in this one. Yeah, this one is 256. Yep. Okay, run. I don't. Yeah, at this point in time, I think I had a Steam account to test something. Let me see if it's in my quick password list. Okay. Ooh, look at that. I found a Steam account. Okay. Really? Okay, is Steam going to load now or not? Is that where we were getting to? I entered the information and it just seems to have disappeared on me now. Oh, there it goes. Yay. I've come up empty. Yep. Because I really don't play games. All right, let's see. Let's go with... All right, let's see. Could you... Lutris, okay, only disadvantage. Let's see. Okay. Have used Skype after the major updates. Makes it slow and laggy. Yep. So I can't seem to get to the store. It's kind of stuck doing this. Okay, let's see. Things in my way. Yeah, I can't get much further than this. It's just kind of sitting there swirling. I got the squirrely of death. You know what, though? That is most likely because I'm going to guess that the virtual machine that is set up on this does not actually have internet connection. That would be my guess. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. Let's go ahead and close. Now, no, it should have internet connection, right? Because it did connect me. Die, Steam? Die, please? Thank you. I made one, alright. Is that new Ubuntu GNOME? Yes. Fast for Discord for chatting. Just keep in mind all the logs, everything on you in Discord. How can I use more video memory in Virtual Machine? 256 is nothing. VirtualBox doesn't let me at all. So, like, how do you get to 256? Or 256 is the highest Virtual Machine lets you go. The GUI only allows you. The GUI only allows you to run 128. So you need to run the terminal command, which you need to. I forget what the command is, but it's like VBox. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. Some business and would like a Skype chat if I could arrange one. Yes, Daniel. Just shoot me a message there on my Skype, and I'll add you to the contacts and just ping me when you're free. I generally have Skype on for about three to 5 hours every day because I use it to chat with a lot of my business clients. So that's really what I use Skype for, is business stuff. Stalling, we got further than before. Try loading the store page, it never works. Steam has a free game section. Let's go ahead and rerun play on Linux. See if I can get back into there or not. Okay, go to Explore or Library, hover over and press Games. Buy, download a game through your web browser. It should start installing through the client. I'm getting an amazing news screen of news. 5 Steam news items that are all blank. This is great news. This is awesome news. Look at that news. Okay, where else could I go to? Steam Video Player. Tools. Yeah, I can't seem to get anywhere inside of here. So yeah. But I'm not knowledgeable enough about Steam to figure it all out. Alright. Steam uses IE as a browser. Oh, it does. Should we go with Internet Explorer version 1? Let's go with 8 because, well... Oh, dang it. No. I want you to install in this existing one. Settings. Okay. Should be here. Okay, remove you. Yes. Okay, Steam, install components. Internet Explorer 8, install. English would be my preferred language. Thank you for that, unknown soldier. We're going to give that a try. See if that fixes it. What are you asking me about? Oh, really? It doesn't work in there. Okay. So I would have to add something, go to a web browser and add something to my library, and then it should show up in my client. Is that kind of what you're saying? Oh man, Internet Explorer 8's not supported on this operating system. That's a bummer. Okay, so let me go ahead to a web browser and let me go to Steam. Okay, actually, let me go back over here so I can log in. Oh, lordy, again. Sometimes security is too insecure. All right, now let's find a free Windows game. Let's see. Free to play. That's SteamOS plus Linux. Okay. Oh, that's coming soon. Okay, I'm like, what? How do I get this? Is this available now? Well, that address wasn't understood. All right, how do I add it to my library? Okay, I just want to take this stupid thing and add it to my library. How do I do that? Somebody tell me that? I don't know. This is why I don't play games. On Steam on my next try at Linux. All right. So I'll make a group chat. I don't have the time for a big Skype group chat tonight. Okay. All Chromium-based browser can involve Opera goes slow. 20-second start time on Manjaro. No. They go slow on everything. I think Chromium's not too bad on Ubuntu or like Debian type systems, but which megabyte says your graphics board have, it means graphics card, right? Yes, that's your graphics. So despite my card's 4 gig, this virtual machine has 256 megabytes. So I give it 256. Why not use Lutris? I've never used Lutris. And I'm just not a big gamer or Windows application user. So I'll give it a try sometime maybe. All right, so you're starting it. Cool. Sent you a text message through Skype. Don't know if I got the right person though. Daniel, no, I did not get anything else. So you want to do use the Skype name Western Mountain Web, and the WM and W are capitalized. So that's the Skype thing for business. What's going on? I'm simply helping somebody figure out how to get Steam going on Linux. The Windows version of Steam going on Linux. Oh, those are FEMA camp buses. Don't play that one. You need to sign on to Steam. I'm signed on to Steam. I'm signed on. I guess I don't know. Maybe I officially have to get it going somewhere else. I don't know though. I don't know. Okay. On DirectX 8, but not any newer versions. Need to install Linux Steam, which the store works there. Find a game that is Windows to play for free. Go back to play on Linux. Really? I gotta do more on the Linux? Alright, more over here. Alright, let's give this a try. Whoop. Okay, so at this point in time, it's just academic for me. All right, I think I'm going to not proceed on with the academic for me then at this point. So we'll go ahead and jump over here, and we'll probably get this ended up here pretty soon. System tray, close you, yes, start, shut down you. Daniel, did you get that? Let's see, Skype here. Yeah, Daniel, I don't have anything else new. So Daniel, get that Skype thing in and see what we can do there. Sound effects. Yeah, I think you need to mess around with the sound. Music plays, but not sound. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this guy up. I've already been on here way longer than I thought I was going to be. So let's see if I can find a kitty. Not hearing a kitty. Lutra's just better, less cluttered, out of date, play on Linux. All right. Yeah, I'll look into Lutris. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap this guy up. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will catch you guys later. Tomorrow we should be doing a live stream. My guess is around like, let's see, this 7, I think 6 o'clock. So I have a Christian live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern. Switch to Linux live stream tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern. And we'll kind of go from there. All right, let's see. Can't find a home for Windows 8 laptop. Let me know. Gladly pay the shipping. Let me know if you want to do that, but let me know soon, because I'm gonna run to the computer recycling center. But yeah, definitely let me know. And like I said, just needs a hard drive, internal hard drive. Everything else I think works. So you want to see Tom get this going? Another video? All right, I'll see what I can do. All right, guys, we will catch you later. And CyberPython, I will cover basics on getting Wine to work. I actually did a video on the basics of how to get Wine to work about a year or so ago. And so you can look on my channel for that. I'll be on the Walking Christ stream for sure. All right. Sent you an email on your site. All right. We will talk to you guys later. Thanks.